73 for 3 now, as Lalit joins the wicket-taking party.
47-run partnership comes to an end, so close to getting the half-century mark. But that is important right at
just after that drinks break. A wicket coming in, end of the over as well. 11 done, 73 for 3.
He's going to need the helmet, and rightly so.
Yeah, you don't want to take a chance against the pace man.
It's going to be Gulshan Jar back into the attack. He was attacked by Jamil. To Gulshan Jar back into the attack for a second over.
And I reckon that's the right time to bring him back. They might just vary his length a little bit. Got a little carried away in his first over. Aaron?
And back-to-back maximums, 14 runs coming from his first.
And one going towards the apartment centres. Nepal winning the toss, deciding to go for a bowl first. They generally like chasing the rhinos. They've got a few supporters as well. That's lovely to watch.
So just over the 5 days, 4 days of cricket, there's going to be more Nepal supporters down here than Hong Kong China supporters at times. Especially that big marquee match Saturday afternoon if the weather holds. Hong Kong China up against Nepal. That's going to be one crazy game.
And that's a contest we all want to look for. An inside edge. To have a fielder there in the deep, a deep third, cuts it. It's come off the pads. I beg your pardon. Then leg by signal comes in from the on-field umpire.
2 umpires, of course, today. Very experienced international umpires. Tabarak Dar there on screen. Doing the officiating from the other end. Venkatesh. Top 2 umpires here in Hong Kong doing game 1.
I saw them in the Hong Kong Super Sixes as well. That's been cut away in the gap. That'll be a boundary. Ikramullah just holds on that aggressive hold now. That was a brilliant shot.
This was very pretty to watch. Guiding it wide of the deep third, all wrists and just so much pace on it as well. And Gulshan continues to go for a few runs.
Just using the pace of Gulshan Jar. So runs on the board. Moves on to 79. And Ikram now would be thinking that he's got the hold. Let's make it a bigger one. Let's make a big over out of this one. And for that quick single, a direct hit. And Jasim would have been walking back.
He was miles out. I don't even think he was on screen by the time that ball had gone racing past, but didn't hit the stumps. A risky single. Get another run in the books here. Watch. Jasim was off quickly. It was his call, but he was miles gone, just past the edge of the stumps there.
Ikram was a little hesitant there. Didn't want to go for that quick single. But Jasim wanted that strike, I reckon.
Well, he's going to get it. He faced the one delivery for that leg by.
It's in the air, but beats the fielder. And that will be a boundary for Jasim to get started. Now 4 there. And he gets off the mark. Expensive day here for good.
$25 off his own.
Final delivery of the over. That's in the air. Is there a chance? Yes, it is.
Easiest of catches. Not much. Straight down. Yadav's throat. Coming out to 6, joining the captain from Nepal into that drinks break. Tends to be wickets falling. It wasn't going into the drink.
It's probably broken up the momentum that they were in. And there's Mr. Airy, who's going to come in. All right, arm off spinner. Wrapping him on the pads, but surely missing the leg stump. Deepinder Singh Airy. We all know what he can do with the bat. Let's see.
Absolutely. That's what I was just thinking about calling last year and also throughout all the tournaments I've watched in Nepal.
He's also hit 6 sixes in an over.
That is impressive. I'm hoping to see that sort of fireworks in the second innings if he gets a chance to have a bat. Now, it's precarious here for Qatar. They could go on to score 150, but they could easily be bowled out for 120 to keep their wickets.
Another good delivery. 2 is the call right away. And might just want to have to settle for that single. Deepinder Singh Airy alongside Karan Casey, both attacking that. The body language of Nepal looks pretty relaxed at the moment. They know that not many runs on the board. Will be another dot delivery.
And talk about the last time these two teams met was back in April last year at Al Amarat. And Nepal batted first in that game and put on a big total, 210 for 7. Qatar did very well though, 178 for 9 in their 20. Nepal winning by 32. And guess who the player of the match was in that game? It was Deepinder Singh Airy.
It's going to be another single there. That's also the end of the over, number 13. Just the 3 runs off it. 87 for the lost 4. And that's the match summary so far. Aaron, do you think still 160 is on the cards?
It's possible. We know it's not a big ground. We've seen some aggression from Ikramullah. With a new partnership, they're going to have to push. I mean, game 1, they're learning the ground. Said that so many of the Qatar players creation ground. Really going
Yeah, Sompal Karmi comes back. It's being worked away for a quick single. Yeah, as you mentioned, you got to find your combinations. You got to find that right match. Which batter wants to bat. Another single from Mujib. Even Mujib hasn't played much with Qatar. Had the debut at the Gulf Cup, which was in December 2024. And as you mentioned, a lot of players, as you mentioned, all of them have been the first time coming to Hong Kong.
I do believe so. First time for Qatar playing cricket in Hong Kong, especially in the modern era at least. I was asking the Brains Trust, one of them sitting over to your right, Chris Wilson-Pickett, the analyst from Hong Kong, China. He cannot remember them coming before.
There's another good delivery there. Sompal, he's been impressive all throughout the day. Got 89 on the board. Both left-handers there in the centre. Aaron, what was the message from Rohit? Why did he opt for a bowl first?
He knows this ground. He knows the overcast conditions, these quicks. Nice new greeny pitch. Weren't as attacking as the wickets he's probably expecting, but the pitch dries out during the day. It doesn't move around as much. The sun occasionally comes out after the morning cloud. So he has decided to have a bowl first. And, oh yeah, they'd be happy at the moment, 89 for 4, slowing things down.
So you reckon the afternoon game is going to be a game of a lot of runs coming in?
I'm expecting it to be. Two big hitting sides. Direct hit again. I think that one might have been gone as well, but only one stump to aim at.
Quick single. A risky one though. World of cricket. Hong Kong, China versus Kuwait. 7 games, 3-3. And all those 3 games that won by Kuwait came last in Malaysia. Tri-series. That was three times. Just
a day, both sides. The previous one, they won the last game again. How many of Leonardo's not here. Mohammed Rizlan, who was the captain for that game, not here. Mohammed Tanvir, not here. Mohammed Asim,
not here.
4-5. Ikram, that is here. Nadeem,
Not here.
Himanshu, not here. Amir Farouk,
Not here.
not here. And Ganesh, who is here. So what did we get to? 3?
3. So my guess was pretty good.
Ikramullah, Muhammad Jabir and Ganesh, the three. For Qatar. So they're doing all right as they're creeping to final over. Aaron KC, 1 for 25 so far. We'll be looking to break this partnership and finish off with a couple in his wicket column. 6 legal. Pulled away. Through cow corner.
For Mujib, was run a ball, 6 on the board, single. Let's have a look at that. Figures of front KC 3.1 overs, 1 for 26. Economy of just around 8.21.
Yeah, just only 6 dot balls so far.
He'll be wanting more.
He certainly will. More wickets as he comes in again. Guided down to third for another single.